Welcome. Today we'll start in Sukhasana, the very first pose that we learned. So we'll maybe have a blanket, maybe a couple blocks, and go ahead and fold your blanket over a couple times, creating a cushion for your seat. And then take your seat onto your cushion with a little space for your feet to rest. If you've had one ankle in front of you most times, switch it up so the awkward one is in front. And that way we can even it out. Good. Ground your sitting bones down, wiggle, whatever you need to get comfortable. And take a tall spine. If it feels okay, you might close the eyes. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your low belly. And take a full breath in for Durga Pranayam, belly, ribs, then chest rise. And as you breathe out, chest, ribs, then belly fall. Complete breath. Take a couple more, feeling the movement of your breath in your body. Connecting to that vital life force. Bringing your palms together in front of your heart. You might welcome an intention today. Bring your left hand by your left side and reach your right arm up and over for seated moon. And then your right hand by your right side, left arm up and over. Inhale to bring both arms up and twist to your left. Right hand finds the outside of your left knee. Tall spine, zip up through the low belly, all the way to the crown. And coming back to center, we'll twist to the right. Left hand comes to the outside of your right knee, nice and tall spine. Looking back. And come back to center. Let's move into tabletop. You might take the blanket under the knees, or you might move it off to the side. Let's find your knees directly underneath your hips and your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Hasta Bandha, spread your fingers wide for cow pose. Arch your back, lift your tailbone and crown high. And cat Bittilasana, round your spine, tailbone down, chin towards chest. Inhale, cow. Arch and exhale, Marjariyasana, cat pose. Lift the back of your heart. Again, Bittilasana, cow. And exhale, cat. Bring your breath with you every step of the way. Neutral spine, right leg reaches back, maybe the left arm reaches forwards, and then release left hand, right knee to the mat. Inhale, left leg back and right arm forward. And exhale, release right hand and left leg back to the mat. Knees wide apart, Balasana, child's pose, hips towards heels. Maybe make a pillow for your forehead with your hands stacked one above the other. And breathe here. Maybe a slightly deeper breath as we move into some bigger postures. We take the fingers wide. Again, Hasta Bandha, push the index finger and pinky finger knuckle down into the mat. And tuck your toes for Adho Mukha. Lift the knees, send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Send your sitting bones up, up, up. Arms extend, legs extend. And then walk your feet to the top of your mat. Uttanasana, forward folds. Inhale to lift halfway. And exhale to fold forward. Let your head and neck go. Inhale to roll yourself up, big circle with the arms, palms touch overhead, and exhale, bring them to your heart center. Walk those feet a little closer if you like, or you could keep them wide for Utkatasana. Find your chair, arms reach up. It's a recliner chair, so can you lean back a little bit into that? Good, arms straighten as much as possible. Hug your front ribs in. Sit a little lower, breathe in. And breathe out, folds. Breathe in, lift halfway, hands to knees or shins. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees a whole bunch so you can step your feet back to plank, maybe bringing your blocks with you. And then lower your knees. Remember, you can just come to cow pose here or lower to your belly and then lift your chest through Cobra Bhujangasana. Shoulders back and down, crown of the head lifts up. And then release yourself back, tuck the toes, back through table to downward facing dog, hips up to the sky. And your body's in this inverted V shape. Bend your knees, lift your hips, and then bring your left foot towards the middle of your mat and lift your right leg high. Big step, either to the outside of the right hand and then walk it in, or to the inside of your hands. Warrior one, arms rise, right knee stacks over right ankle. Relax your jaw and your brow. Breathe in and sit a little lower as you breathe out. Good. Use your next inhale to grow tall and your exhale to float down, back into downward dog. Step the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, right foot towards the middle of your mat, and the left leg comes up and back. Big step to the outside or inside of the left hand. You can even use your left hand to kind of help you pick it up and move it forward if you need to. Ground your right heel to 45 degrees and inhale, arms up. Feet are about hips distance. Left hip is drawing back, left ribs are drawing back. Gaze is forward and soft. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Good. And on your next breath out, frame your front foot with your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. And breathe into the belly and out of the belly. Full breath in. Full breath out. Walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. Inhaling for a flat back. And exhaling to fold over your legs. On an inhale, we rise back through chair. Sit your hips low, reach the arms high, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your core. You can do it. I know you can. And then lift up into a little back bend. Cactus your arms, open your chest. And then bring the hands to your heart center. Great job. And shift the weight into our right foot, come to the left tippy toes, and then lean forward and step that left foot back to high lunge, Ashta Chandrasana. And soften your back knee. Take your elbows back into goal post or cactus, and then exhale to bring the palms to touch in front of you. Inhale to open the arms wide, and exhale, palms, maybe even elbows touch. Inhale, arms super duper wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, palms touch in front of you. Keep going with your breath. Inhaling, we rise up to star pose. Bend into your front knee so that your front knee is stacked over your front ankle. Right toes face forward. Left outer edge of the foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. And then gaze over your right fingertips. Warrior two. Flip your right palm, scoop the air up as you exalt your warrior, up and back. Keep the bend in your front knee. And then release right elbow towards right thigh, left arm overhead. You might bring a block to the inside of your right foot to bring the ground closer to you. Or you could rest the elbow on the thigh as well. The gaze can come up or to the side if that's a little too much for your neck. On an inhale, lift yourself back up and exalt, bringing your left hand to your left thigh, right arm overhead. As we prepare for Trikonasana, walk your left foot in a few times, hug your right hip towards your midline, and then tilt forward. Right hand might find that block again, so that you can keep a nice length in both sides. Good. Inhale to come back through to the top of your mat. Step both feet together. And we move into our peak pose today, which is Vrikshasana tree pose. So root into that right foot and then bring the left foot to either your shin, your ankle, or your thigh. Focus your drishti, your gaze somewhere that's not moving so you can find your balance. Angle your tailbone down, hug the front ribs in, shoulders back. Lift through the crown of your head. Squeeze your right thigh. You might even grow your branches. And gently release the arms and leg back to the mat and rest for a moment. Full breath in, full breath out. Collect your palms. Shift weight into your left foot. Come to right tiptoes. And lift the right knee and step it way back into high lunge. Soft bend in the back knee. Angle your front ribs down. Arms extend overhead and then cactus the elbows wide. Breathe in. Breathe out. Palms touch in front of you. Inhale to open. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to open. Exhale to bring it in. Good. Inhale, arms up. And we're moving slowly into warrior two. So just take a moment to stack your left knee over your left ankle. And then walk your right foot out to the side. Out, out, out. Rebend the front knee if it moved. And then look over your left fingertips. Arms are parallel to the ground. Drishti is over your left fingertips. You are channeling your inner surfer bro. Like you just caught the best wave. Can you be strong in your body but totally relaxed in your face? Flip your left palm and exalt your warrior. And maybe come back up and take it the other direction. Left elbow can rest on the left thigh, or maybe again left hand to a block on the inside of your left foot. Try to work that left knee out towards the left side of your mat as you hug your left hip in towards the midline of your mat. And the right arm up. The gaze can follow or come to neutral if it's too much for your neck. Happy toes. Are you breathing? Are you being kind to yourself and me? And then walk your right foot in, wiggle walk for triangle pose. Left toes will face straight forward. Right toes at a 45-degree angle. Reach forward and then hinge at the hip. Left hand might find the block again or your left shin, and the right arm lifts. Can you stack your shoulders here? Maybe the gaze comes up to the right thumb or again out to the side. Lift the inner arches of your feet. Squeeze your thigh bones so much you can feel your kneecaps lift. And then rise up. Big step to the top of your mat. For our peak pose on the left side now. Shift into the left foot. And then bring the right foot to either your shin, your ankle, or your thigh. Relax your shoulders down the back, palms to the heart. Focus your gaze. You might stay here or you might lift the arms. You're doing so good. And gently release the right foot and the arms down. Tadasana. Take yourself forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend the knees a whole bunch so you can step your feet back to Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Moving into pigeon pose, bring your right knee towards your right wrist and your right toes towards your left wrist. Then walk your left knee way, way back. Point your left toes back. Lift your head and your chest. And on an exhale, lengthen your heart forward. Maybe you bring your forearms to books or blocks. If there's any discomfort in your hip, you can first try a block under that hip to create some support, especially if there's a lot of space between the ground and that right hip. And if you're still uncomfortable, then maybe you actually roll onto your back, especially if you feel tightness in your knee. And you take a figure 4, so right ankle over top of the left knee, and then reach your hands around towards the back of your left thigh. Now, you might not be able to reach the back of your left thigh, and that's okay. Do what you can, and if you have a strap or a belt, you could thread it through behind that left leg, left thigh, and then hold on to either side of that strap. Flex both feet. Maybe rock a little side to side. If you're in the other position, then just stay there, settled in. We're going to switch sides. So if you're on your back, you can just take the left thigh up and over the right now. And same thing, reach around for the back of your right thigh, maybe with a strap or a belt. If you're on your knees, then push into your hands, lift your head and chest, scooch your back knee in so you can send your right leg back to downward dog, and then your left leg forward. Left knee towards left wrist, left toes towards right wrist, and then walk your right knee back. Point the toes back, lengthen your chest forward, and then maybe lower forwards onto your forearms or even your forehead. This pose is about surrender, not effort. So notice if there's anywhere that you are resisting the pose or the moment in any way, and see if you can soften into it a little more. The ancient yogis say, the pose begins the moment you want to leave it. It's that moment that we must find our inner peace, regardless of what's going on around us. That true change begins. Let's slowly rise up. If you're on your back, you can stay there. If you're on your leg, just lean over to the left side and swing your legs in front of you, and then come down slowly onto your back, one vertebra at a time. Setting up for bridge pose, feet are going to plant, tuck your tailbone under. Like if you were a dog, you'd be a scared dog and curl it under and then lift your hips, holding that alignment. Firm your quads, push into the big toe mounds and the heels, soften your toes. Maybe come higher on the shoulders and then bring a block under the hips, or maybe a book under the hips. Just sort of where your belt loop would go. And you can rest the hips comfortably there or keep lifting them. Now, if you have a block, you're going to now put it on the lower setting. If you don't have a block, bring the palms down under your hips and rest the hips down onto the tops of your hands. And now lift your legs perpendicular to the ground. So your body becomes a 90-degree angle, L shape. Flex your feet. And allow a few moments in waterfall for your blood flow to reverse so you can get all the benefits of this inversion. Maybe wiggle your toes. Rock the hips up so you can bring your knees towards your chest and hold either the back of your knees or the top of your knees, whatever you can find grip of. And then pull those knees towards you. Right hand interlaces over the right knee. Could use a strap here if you need to, or a belt. And then take that right knee across your body. Left leg extends long into a reclined twist. The right arm reaches out by your right side. Gaze may follow. Take a full breath in here and a full breath out. It's like we're wringing out all the muscles that support your spine. Wringing them out of any tension or tightness that may be left. Hug the right knee back into the midline and send the right leg long. Bring your left knee in. Give it a squeeze. And you can use the right hand to guide it over to the right side. As your right leg is extended and your left arm might come out to a T. Shoulders ground. Gaze may follow the left hand. Last couple moments of practice. Let go of anything outside of this moment. And just trust that being here with your breath and the pose is enough for now. Move gently into Shavasana, unwinding and extending your left leg long, your palms to face up by your sides. You might rock your head a little gently from side to side. Letting it fall naturally in the middle. Let go of the control of your body, your muscles. And let go of control of your mind, your thoughts. And finally, let go of the feelings, your heart. Allow yourself to feel everything. You may bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your low belly. Reconnecting to your breath, to your senses, noticing any sounds you may hear, the temperature of the air in the room, the clothes and props touching you. You may gently roll to one side with your knees towards your chest. To pause for a moment. And thank yourself for making the effort to show up for you, regardless of your experience. And take yourself into a seat facing the front of your mat. I invite you to bring your palms to touch. Thank you for practicing today. Namaste.